What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we got some actually quite exciting news on the JP side, specifically of Dokkan right now. So it's another case of JP, we love you, Global, yeah, you're still there. So we're getting the support type EZAS actually coming back, and actually the support type banners are actually returning in the first place here in a couple days. January 18th in Japan, so it'd be January 17th for the most part of the globe. But the type support banners are coming back. So every single banner you see here will be returning, which is just immaculate and amazing. Like, I mean, some of the units that they put on the sides aren't great, like this Gohan, and she's good, she's fantastic, he's decent, he's not bad, she's alright. But just the fact that they're bringing all of these back is amazing, because that tells me they have something planned specifically huge for the 9th anniversary in regards to, well, how difficult some of the stuff is going to be, and probably some of the challenges they're going to be giving us going forward. And it's going to bring the old banner type units like these, the support banner units, into relevance again. But let's jump into some of the details on these guys, because they are all in fact getting EZAs. So let's just jump into some of the calculations, and I do not have all the stats up, but I'll get them up in a second, so let's jump into their stats real quick. Alright, so first we're going to start off with the Fizz EZA Power of the Legendary Sword Gohan. Okay, so these units are kind of actually really ridiculous now. So Gohan, without any support, start to turn defense, is about 134,000. Not terrible. With 6 key spheres, goes up to 487,000. I don't know where any of his information is. I couldn't find it really quick while I was just checking prior to making this. But once I actually found more information, I'll put them out during the video. With 6 key spheres, it goes up to 487,000. But with 23 key spheres, which I guess they get now per turn, they guarantee at least one set of 23. Every unit does. He'll have 1.48 million defense. And if for some odd reason he gets another support from somewhere, he'll be sitting at 1.52, which is just ridiculous. And the fact that he has all of these links here, which are very, very good defensive links, just blows my mind. Like how good these units are actually going to be. A lot of the comments are saying the same thing of, he's really good, he sucks good, which is awesome. Just like, some of these units are coming back into relevance, and I'm actually really excited for this in this new era of Dokkan, the way it's stepping. It seems like that it's pulling more towards bringing older units, trying to bring them into relevance, but they're putting us way behind by doing this kind of stuff on the global side by not doing anything. So next one would be Super Boo, and he is a 2.1 maxed possible defense. So start of turn he's at 117,000, post super he's up to 152,000, post super attack with additional he's up to 188. With 6 key spheres obtained, start of turn is 426,000, post 1 super is 553, post 2 supers is 681. With all 23 key spheres obtained that he gets, which would be his one ability, he would get that start of turn, he'd be able to get all 23 key spheres. As long as you give them to him, he will get start of turn defense of 1.3 million. Post super 1.6, post super with additional 2.08. I mean, you can see the 40% support on screen one, but that one's probably not going to happen often. But with an additional 40% support, he's going to be sitting at 1.27 defense after everything is said and done, which is just insane to me that they're giving this man that kind of level of defense. It is what it is. We got Hyper Meta Rildo. So, start of turn, 125,000. Post 2 supers, 251,000. 6 AGL key spheres start a turn, 456,000. Post 912. Like it goes on and on and on. Just some of these max possible defenses. I'm not going to go super into detail on every single unit, but the amount of max possible defense that some of these units can get now is just it's asinine how high powered these units are going to be defensively. Nothing is going to hurt some of these guys. Like Pan, 2.5. 2.5, like this is GT bosses and GT heroes just got a decent defensive buff right here, and having 2 AGL supports, which would work really well with the AGL Goku Super Saiyan 4 for the GT Hero side, and for the GT Bosses side, I would have to look at GT Bosses. I haven't ran that team in a while. But you could easily have 2 solid supports for those 2 teams. But she just buffs that entirely. And having the ability to have 2.5 million defense, I mean, that's not great or anything, right? Then there is the EZA STR Kaba, which again would buff really well on the Universe 6 team or Tournament of Power team for a lot of the STR units. His max possible defense is 6.2 million. 6.2 million possible defense with a 40% support. How is 6.2 million even fathomable in this game at this point? 6.2 million defense to me is just nuts. I don't think in the years of me ever playing this game have I ever seen that kind of defense in Dokkan Battle entirely. Like, I know I've never seen it up to this point, but I've never even fathomed about that being a possibility. But 6.2. Let's check out his counterpart and hit 7.6. Like, legitimately, having these 2 ran on a Universe 6 team, I don't even, that's with at 6 SA effect stack, so I don't even know if, like, these 2 stack infinitely. I could not find any details. I'll take a look here in a second again, but I could not find any details with 7.6 million defense. What is up with these numbers? Why? Like Tien's kind of shit, pardon the language, but kind of bad. Tien's pretty much the worst out of all of them. But even with Tien, 1.1 million, that's still really good. And like, they're bringing Tien to a newer meta where he's gonna be useful. He's gonna fit Android / Cell Saga, and he could be a good support for the Tech Goku and Gohan. Like, that would be great. He's gonna be really, really good on that team. I'm not gonna complain at all. Or EZA LR Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That's another perfect option just for straight tech type. He's gonna fit great on or Earthbred fighters. Boom, perfect. Here you go for the tournament, 23rd World Tournament Goku's tech. That's a good support unit for him. Then we've got the Tech Pursuit and Perfection Cell 2.82, which he'll fit pretty well. Probably going to be his best linking partner is going to be Tech Cell Perfect Form, which would be the I want to say that's the not World Tournament one, but I know which one I'm thinking. I can see the name, the picture in my head. I just can't think of exactly which one it is. But he would probably fit as a good support unit for the LR Tech First Form Cell as well, because he is Tech. So that would give him some pretty good support to put on alongside that guy. This guy, in my opinion, actually made me kind of happy because I actually have this unit. I have him, and I have Tien. So having this Gohan being the way he is, with 6 defense stacks, sitting at 6.476 million, and he's being an int type unit. There's a lot of really good int units in the game. Specifically looking back at UI, looking back at the Super Saiyan Goku from the worldwide download a couple years ago, which should be EZAing eventually. The Android 17 Team Universe 7. There's a couple. Those are just 3 units. The Int Vegeta, that Evolution Blue Vegeta, that should be getting an EZA, the LR, the 6-year anniversary one. He's going to be useful with this Gohan. Like, there's just so many units that could be ridiculous. And not to mention, Beast Gohan, or Beastless Gohan as everybody calls him, this guy here is going to be a fantastic linking partner for him. Because, not even just linking partner, but the 50% support for him is going to be ridiculous from this man because they're both Fizz. And then, last but not least, we have the Int Vegeta. I mean, yeah, his is kind of low, but he'll still be really, really good. Again, just like the Tien, he's still going to fit it on a lot of his teams, and he's going to look really good doing it. But that's not all the news we have. JP actually got something else kind of really cool that I wanted to dive into here. Alright, so here it is. There are a bunch of little individual things that they added to the data download that is actually kind of really, really interesting going forward. It's going to increase the amount of boost drops we get. So what it looks to me like they've added is the stamina up benefit of some sort. So maybe it's going to use less stamina, maybe it's going to use just give us some way to increase our stamina for a short period of time. Similar to this, maybe it's going to increase the amount of boosts we get for a short period of time with some kind of effect. This is going to increase the awakening items, the amount we drop, or that drop to us from taking on stages. We got the amount of character drops, just maybe the amount of events going to be available and we can activate something. That one I'm not entirely sure. The amount of Baba coins we'll be able to get, the amount of support, what are those called? Potential orbs, support items, training items, just like the treasures and whatnot. Zenny, and then just random stuff all throughout. But these are just some of the new boosts that they have. But the biggest one that we've noticed is there's this new round skill icon. What could this be? Well, that's what this new target animation is. Apparently, a lot of people are speculating from what people have understood. Here's what the new target animation, round skill activation animation looks like. And this is where the target animation is, of showing them targeting your specific character. So what a lot of people are predicting is this here, that, oops, not this, I'm sorry, give me 1 second, where did it go? Right here. That it's going to cause a target effect for your unit specifically. So when you're in an event and you want someone specifically to get targeted, like let's say you have a unit with 80% damage reduction, and you want him to be targeted alone, not the rest of your team, you could siphon all the attacks down to that unit specifically, is what a lot of people are speculating as something you could have for events like, I don't know, the Merge Zamasu, where he hits like 18 different times plus that AoE. If you could siphon that down to one specific unit that has type advantage, or even like, let's just say, like I said, damage reduction, that'd be something you'd really be able to narrow it down to. So these are just some of the new info that has dropped. There's a new casualty attacker elements, some more calculation skills, some in-character data has changed a little bit, some skill setups, but nothing, I mean, realistically, for me looking at these, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me at this moment. I'm not too in detailed into this side of Dokkan, I'll be straight with you on that. But one thing that did make me kind of excited when I saw this earlier, there are new drop rates. Drop rates increasing by 1%, Zenny increased by 1%, recovery time reduced by 10 seconds, the recovery time for stamina is reduced by 3 seconds. That might be just what these were here. They might decrease it by those amount of times. Price items for exchange reduced by 1%, increase the number of attempts for Dokkan hit and punch machine by 1. And as well as the drop of, which is again what these are here, whoops, not these are here. The drop rate of Awakening Medals increased by 25%, the amount of Zenny increased by 100%, the recovery time for reward boost is reduced by 1200 seconds, which is 6 times 5 is 300, so like 20 minutes? So hang on a second, let me do the math in my head here really quick. No, that was right, it'd be 20 minutes. That'd be about 20 minutes time, which is ridiculous. The recovery time for stamina is reduced by 60 seconds, so that'd be, instead of the 5 minute, it'd be down to 4 minutes at all times. Zenny increased, the price is reduced by 25%, increasing the number of attempts for release the potentials, so that would be like hidden potential events. As well as, wow, over 600 ranks combined. So there's actually quite a bit that they added specifically to the JP side, which is just nuts. And there's also, like it says here, territory skills, but we don't really know what those are just yet. I'm assuming that's something involved with what they have in regards to the lock-on animation that I was just showing you, something along those lines with that new round skill. But thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this new information that's dropping on the JP side and how it's kind of looking really good going forward, especially for the JP side. And don't be surprised, I will be doing some JP Dokkan as well on the channel, especially anniversary related. I probably won't be doing as much as I would normally do on global comparatively. Like, I'll still be doing JP stuff, but I won't be going as ham on, or I'm sorry, I'll still be doing global stuff, but I won't be going as ham as I do on global on JP when it comes to banners and things of that nature. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. See you guys then.